Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. It's time for more Songs of Seeks on Early House Galen. The school is under construction. The granary just finished. Alright. So, let's see. I'm going to start with 200, 100, 100, 100, 100. Missed something. This is acceptable. Sure. They need some furniture. By all means. 1.37, but K, Jesus. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna go 20 people. Alright. Alright. Let's just kind of empty out the other warehouse and start filling. Because, like, the caravans, I think, now will deliver. Yeah. If I don't have the import depots, which, by the way, I need to get rid of before, otherwise just tell my import depots to cease. How much does that open for me, by the way, here? 8 crates, yeah. I think I should probably see about getting grain stored out here as well. If I don't have import depots, they will deliver directly. To the warehouses. So one of the things I do need to make sure I do at this point is kind of just shut down the remaining import depots. I don't purchase anything via trade anymore, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't. So it's time to shut down the import depots because I don't need them anymore. But yeah, now we have, for the first time ever here, food days ticking upwards. Thousands of food. It's now being stored. And, like, at least doesn't rot super fast anymore thanks to technology. Which, by the way, I'm probably going to keep improving. Because I think once you get all 15 levels, it's an 80% reduction, which is generally pretty good. Yeah. I mean, before too long, what I'm going to be doing is setting up a ration maker. And getting ration making done. Although first I want Sinflick. Some people from the university. We seem to be having, like, some population declining, which seems strange. Make sure we're upgrading that well. And then build a new one out here. I totally forgot to upgrade that well, unfortunately. Performance below 50%. So what I'm going to do is fire all the mechanics for a brief moment. just refuse to get fired. Then if I re-unlock this... With any luck, assuming that the game does it correctly, should bring the Dendarians here. Because they have the highest priority to take these jobs, question mark? I guess it doesn't. So I have no idea what our Dendarians are actually doing. That's deeply unfortunate. Because I'd like to try and make sure they're, you know, in a useful place. -20. Ah, yes. In this case, that's the school coming up online. I think in general I might just have to shutter the university. We're actually out of paper, which doesn't surprise me. Actually, delete jobs. I just screwed that up slightly. I just couldn't line it up. Oh no, it's bakery. Well, it really should be being built out of stone and not wood. So we'll put whatever I can into getting more paper going, because that's going to be and continues to be like a primary choke point for me. Alright. One of the other things that we actually kind of will get now is immigrant fulfillment. It's an inverse fulfillment, which means you actually want less of it. So the fact that 88% of my people are immigrants is actually bad, and people don't like that. And when I stop having so many immigrants, because people are actually born here, that'll improve. So. This well get built. Good. Let's now upgrade to a level 3 well. That should hopefully help. It looks like we still need more speakers, which is fine. I will keep trying to offer some more. And, you know, maybe another hearth. Wouldn't that be nice? Yeah, I think in general we're gonna need, like, some more services down here. For our people. Why do I have 250 homeless people? They are unable to travel far enough. So in short, I need another district, which is fair. I'd probably consider setting up a district like out here. Honestly, where the asylum is would be or where this warehouse is would be the correct place, which is unfortunate. What I might do is set up a smaller district over here and a smaller district over here to compensate for my mistake. It seems like a logical solution. Yeah. Alright. But yeah, let's try and keep working on access services. Yeah, we have a pretty solid amount of food coming in. That is definitely a boost for people's mood. More paper makers. Yeah, usually I do streets of 10. Extreme temperature. Yeah. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, the new paper makers are certainly causing some more labor shortage. Even with the university shuttered, just in general, I do need more labor. Which, you know, is kind of expected, I guess. I don't know. I probably shouldn't do pull off my ambassadors. But at the same time, I probably should. I feel like I don't need anywhere near this many. So, you know what? Yeah. I think I can get away with 15 ambassadors deployed. Right? Because if I go, say, look at factions, I'm pretty sure I only border 3. Alright. So I put... five flattering each of you, and call it a day. And then that allows me to bring my embassy employment down to a mere 15. That opens up some more spare labor. Which we do so need. And, you know, then these people can start having homes. Then, with people having homes, they will be happier. Won't that be nice? We're slowly struggling to get enough coal, which isn't a huge surprise either. This place, I believe, theoretically has access to coal. Like, I can get more coal if need be. I mean, in general, we now have 6 build points here. It's pretty good. Like, I can get the 4th thing. No. Yeah, we're gonna need that. I don't need this much ore, so I kind of want to decrease to this. I don't have the workforce to go up here. Let's reduce to that and then do the windmill. Yeah, there we go. Because that's still going to be like 300 ore a day, and that's more than I need. Although, like, realistically, I can do level 2 and level 2, and that's great. That's 400 coal per day. That, in theory, I think, saves me a lot. And also, yeah. So, like, let's reduce the number of people I have employed in the coal mine. Ideally, getting rid of, like, the coal and stone mine altogether would be perfect. Like, because they're massive labor sinks. You know? Like, outsourcing that as much as possible to the countryside is basically a goal. It's one of the reasons why I'm going to do my best to try and improve New Pond. And some of these others. Yeah, that's a lot of stone deposits, Jesus Christ. Good coal deposits there. Well, but yeah, I mean that's important though. And like it slowly in theory gets better as I expand. I don't know. It's kind of difficult. Somewhere with a very high area. Because I want somewhere that I can get to like level 4 in easily enough. But an area, I don't know. 189. So like Naya here should actually probably be pretty good. But the fertility is only 64%. So, but it might be able to support a lot of people. Well, I was talking about maybe conquering Naya, just there. Yeah. Okay. Siege procced on. Well, I have 500 grand, so rotten hell. I'm gonna smoke you. Area 371. Okay, so yeah, like here would be good. Alright. Someday, I promise I'll have my own army. But for now, we are Carthage. You know? And it's not that bad being Carthage. Alright, so there's a nice melee force for us. So, what does this army end up looking like now? 130. They have 40,000, supposedly? Power? That seems... I would call that highly improbable. Okay. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go heavy on the melee. Because I have a feeling that the only way they get 40,000 power with 700 people is by having Talapi archers. Because for some reason I think those kind of break. The power calculations. And at least on paper, as a result, are 1,000,000 times stronger. And I don't really know why, but, well, to be fair, used correctly, Talapi archers will slaughter everything, so it's not unfounded. But... so I have roughly equalish numbers now. I'd like a bit of an advantage, if I can get it. There we are. 900. Come on. Intercept. Unfortunately, they might actually conquer Procton immediately. Let's fall into our enemies. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Well, because my army is a little dense and turned around a couple times. Don't worry, we'll get it back. Yeah. Supposedly it will be us getting annihilated. I am not sold on that, though. I am sold on them having a fuckload of Talapi archers. Oh no, this is terrible. Okay. Never mind, we might just get slaughtered. I had hoped that, you know, there would be a forest or something, but no, we're engaging the plains. Alright, in that case, we have exactly one goal, which is fucking bum rush them. Tight formation, go. And I really hope I'm right about them all being a bunch of Talapi archers. Like, honestly, almost. Like, I might lose this, but, you know. I did pretty significant damage to them overall, so it's not, like, that big of a problem for me. Yeah, did good. Yeah, 250 enemies. So, like, I chunked out and killed 2/3 of their army, give or take. So we faced defeat. That's fine. I mean, given that the power imbalance was, what, 10-1? That's, you know, that was a very Pyrrhic victory for them. Yeah, they lost 2/3 of their army. And I really only expended about 1/3 of my potential mercenary budget, so... yeah, sometimes it'd be like that. On swords. But yeah, I mean, I was right. They're mostly made up of the archers. They're, I think, pretty well equipped, though, which is not surprising. And so, like, they still did pretty decently in melee. Alright, 407. So we have them outnumbered now. Nearly 2-1. Alright. Yeah. So yeah, we're once again, according to the auto resolve, scheduled to lose everything. But no. Hopefully this time they'll be, hey, there are trees. Alright, so that means that I am actually in way better shape here. I no longer, like, I can just march into them. Yeah. Turn and form. And march into them from this side. There we are. Yeah, they've got a lot of elite commando units. We might actually still lose. Might. They're almost out, though. They don't have a lot left. We have them outnumbered like 3-1. We're fine. But yeah, the last of their units here definitely did not go down without a fight. Jesus Christ. They were well equipped, well trained. But, I mean, that's fine. Yeah, victory is ours. Which now kind of brings them to an end. I still have a pretty sizable amount of money that I can expend on mercs. So, yep, immediate victory. For which I will show mercy. Alright, the region got kinda fucked, unfortunately. So, yeah. That brings it to 1.45k, perfect. Retreat if possible. Yeah, okay, that caught me a little off guard. They've got a whole other army raised. Oh, but they have nothing that can actually fight. Never mind. For some reason, despite them saying it's 0, they still apparently do have fighters. Alright. No one around here seems to have any equipment. Jesus. 236. I'd like to have 500 people. And like, well, you know what? No. We should maybe get some archers. Maybe we should get some archers. Don't let their army actually form up. Will be defeat, supposedly. But, like, they have 0 morale, don't they? This is just another one of those things where I think the game can't really resolve archers. If I'm right, and they do have 0 morale, then all that has to happen is I basically have to touch them, and they will disintegrate. They should have 0 morale because they're just forming up right now. Like, I don't want to try and out-archer these people, because, like, they've proven, as far as I'm concerned, that they are quite capable of a lot of archery. Yeah, we should just kind of melt through them. Yeah. Not as much as I would have expected, though. We won a flank and lost a flank. At least part of that's probably because I've got everyone on double move still, and I really shouldn't. Turn off double move. Are you guys retreating? Come on. Reorg. You'll be fine. And they still only have 80 people. We have them pretty heavily outnumbered. Come on, 2-1. Even if these are your better commando units, we've still got you too well outnumbered. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, double move. Crunch them. Alright. So yeah, there we go. Retreat. I don't know. They're pulling out a lot of stops here, I gotta say. It's kind of concerning. Alright, new plan. I'm just gonna recruit lots of the cheap ones. I'm really just looking for bodies at this point because it feels like that's just what I need. Most of these people don't even have equipment. But that gets me up to 700. How about no? Hello? Apparently I'm not allowed to intercept. Try again. And the worst part is, I think these guys just beat me to this besiegement. So they're going to take Nia. Great. Yeah, they have an army of 4,000. I'm hoping that their army will bug out and turn around, but I don't think the AI's army ever does. See, that's deeply unfortunate. The worst part is that's like a lot of my coffers. The result will be victory, but you know what? Launch the assault. Yeah, because apparently if I do that, I get the city. And like, I don't care if I take casualties. These are all mercs. No, I'll show mercy. And occupy. Although we're not at war with Counterdeck, so this shouldn't happen. Alright. Let's try and get something here. Yeah, this region's actually pretty huge. Okay, 7,000 is way too much. 5.9 is way too much still. 4.69 is not quite enough. But yeah, that gets us theoretically high enough. So then as long as I get the sewers up and... I mean, honestly, law? But yeah, that's 4.79k. That's fine. Okay, they actually went home. Perfect. Alright. Yeah, I'm about to expend all of my money on the mercs, so let's ban them. Yeah, this is going to be the first region I should be able to get to, like, 2.4k, I think. Or, not 2. To tier 4, sorry. For some reason I just read this and translated that into what I wanted to say, but no. Yeah, we should be able to get 5k here, I think. Because, you know, we have a lot of global positions now as well. That's really helpful. Got some pretty heavily entrenched loyalty now. Like, do I have 8 workforce? I do. So, like, I can get the loyalty even higher if I need to. And I probably will. It should be a little bit easier once I hub this, because this will provide me, what, an extra 78 workforce and 10 build points? Yeah. Yeah, that should be more than enough loyalty. The only question now to be seen is if there's enough health, which I think there should be. Guess we'll find out in time. Yeah, another region added to our collection. And hopefully it'll become a productive region. Because currently it's not. It produces nothing. Well, I guess it produces 127 denarii in tax every day, but... no, that's barely anything. It does supposedly have some mineral resources. 1 gem, 1 stone. Produce like 15 gems. It's not really worth. But yeah, so we'll allow it to continue growing. Support's only at 56%, but that's going to continue to climb. Alright. How's our home city doing, by the way? Well, looks like we're starting some exports again. We're up to 30 Dendarians. Good. We seem to be struggling with keeping our human population available. We also seem to be struggling a bit with degradation. So, I think what is going to come up next is a couple janitors. I think down here has also been having some degradation issues, so I'm gonna put backdoors into this if I can. And put a door there. And ceiling. That should allow the janitor to service these 3 buildings. And anything I need to build is going to be down here. Alright. Well, we've dealt with a decent bit of homelessness. Still obviously going to need to deal with more. And they've trouble so far for their services, so they're probably still not very happy about it. Almost rather be homeless. Service load's still 100%. Workload's only at 56%, which is actually good. Damn. So I should be able to free up extra labor here. Might only need about 100 caretakers. It seems like we're building up some spare paper. So let's get another hauler. good. Paper. Yeah, that'll help the school function a little bit better. Education, nice. Yeah, there we can see the demography, the ages 5 to 7 subjects. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to see the children and see their stats. Although I guess I can't really, can I? Missing paper. You are not. Alright. So I think this is probably a good time to call it. Thank you everyone for watching. I've been your lovely host, Gilvin, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care, folks. Have a good night.